How's everybody doing out there? How are you all? Saying hello on the YouTube side. What is up, Ghost Runner? Gee, Ragnar, how you doing, man? Strange does look good. Strange does look good. Hopefully you have already checked out the videos from my boys. Grass MCoC.
How's everybody doing out there? How are you all?
Man, that
Saying
is
hello on YouTube.
that's not what we want. Sorry about that feedback there. And from Grass and MCoC Noob, both did phenomenal videos. So I was able to check both of those out already. Different videos. If you're interested in Strange, I think both are extremely worthy of checking out, along with a variety of other content creators. Eel, what's up, dude? Who's your daddy? How you doing? Temperance, what is going on? Drops are happening. I do not. If drops are available, they will be available on my channel. Absolutely. I do not think Kabam has activated drops for now. I think they stopped on Monday at 10 o'clock. And we're just gonna have to wait for more information from Kabam on the drops. But as soon as they activate more, dude, this is one of the best places to get them. There's a variety of MCoC content creators on Twitch, though, I know, and I love watching a lot of them too. The one thing I will tell you guys right now is I'm having a little difficulty accessing the store now. The hype on Mr. Strange is pretty good. It's pretty good. Grass and Noob though aren't about the hype, man, and so they'll let you know where you can use this guy. And I'm pretty excited to test him out myself. Now, just further, we will be doing an opening. I'm gonna let some people kind of come on in. It looks like the MCoC store is up now, the web store, so I'll be able to do that. The one thing I'll say is, what the heck was I gonna say? Oh, I was able to test him at length. I did take the 6-star to rank 5 ascended. I chose to cover the other champions the day that the update went live. I chose to cover the other ones because there's only so many videos you can make in a day. I think I made 5 that day, and I knew that we'd be doing this. So I do have a little bit of experience with him. It's just been a while, and I do think he's a little bit complex to play. The more you play him, it's going to be simplified. Again, Grass and Noob showed that very well. So I'm going to buy a single bundle here, and we'll get that in game, and we will do the opening. Hopefully we get as outrageously lucky as we did when we got J. Jonah Jameson. That would be really, really nice. I'm kind of focusing on this right now. I see the new follows on the Twitch side. I really appreciate that, and I see the chat active on both sides. So we'll get back to that in just a minute. All right, we've picked up the one bundle. What's up, Hicks? How you doing, bud? Cypher, what's up, Amon? How you doing, man? Can't stay for long, but excited. Hey, appreciate you being here, dude. We'll get started in the opening pretty quickly here. Temperance with the emoji. Thanks so much, buddy. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm aware of the. I see the new follows there. Let me pull up the stream manager. I believe is the official term for what I'm looking for here. On the Twitch side, so I can see all the various things. Let's see here. Where is it? There we go. What's up, Zeus? How you doing, bud? And the new follows. I see that from Bruce. Anime, thank you so much. Looks like it was a few hours ago. That's always cool. I'm starting to see that more on Twitch. I think people are finding out that I am on Twitch. And so I am seeing the follows come through when I'm actually not live, which is really, really cool to see. I appreciate that quite a bit, actually, guys. It's really, really cool. Just another source, another touch point, that sort of thing. 7-star Juggernaut, worth rank 5. Yeah, if you really like him, it's not that he's not great in Battlegrounds. He is. Thank you so much for the new follow. Can you guys let me know on the Twitch side, are you guys seeing all the exploding emojis and things like that? Actually, that was a subscribe. Dude, Anime, thank you so much. Let's get you up on there, dude. Hopefully you guys can see the exploding emojis. I spent quite a bit of time setting all this stuff up. We got a new follow over there as well, too. Thank you so much, Anime. But let me know, because they don't show up. It's weird. I started doing some shorts and creating content for shorts as well because of all the streaming. And it's interesting what shows up on my OBS screen versus what I believe is actually showing up on Twitch. Yeah, you can see them. Okay, cool. Dude, I spent like hours on I think it was Sunday. We had a 3-day weekend here in the US. And I spent hours setting all of that up. And then I recorded the stream that I did on Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday. I recorded that, and I'm using it for footage for videos and shorts and all that. And it's weird the stuff that does show up on OBS versus not. And I was like, wait, dude, I spent hours on this. Oh, come on. Come on. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So I appreciate you letting me know. And the stream on Sunday was helping me out with the sound. It sounds like you guys can't really hear too much of it. It's coming through for me. I'll work on that. If you guys can't hear it at all, let me know. Rhaegar, what's up, dude? Thank you so much, Hammer. I appreciate it. Oh, Juggernaut. So on Juggernaut, you know, oh, dude.
Thanks, dude. Vegas too busy yapping.
Another subscribe. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can hear that. There actually is a voice portion to that as well. And we got the hype train started. You guys are awesome, man. You all know how to Twitch. It's very clear to me that the people on Twitch know how to do this. Thank you so much. We're letting people kind of roll in before we do the full opening here. I will record it and put it up as a video as well, because we're going to be doing this for every new champion. At least 10 crystals. I don't know how deep. I'm sure there'll be a champion that'll come along where we'll be like, dude, let's go a little deeper. I don't know if Strange is that guy. He looks awesome. I had a lot of fun playing him. We'll find out. I already got my drops. I figured would come over and give my free Twitch stuff. Dude, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Who's your daddy, man? That might be, you might need to see the optometrist for that then, man. The voice is a bit quiet. All right, we'll work on those sorts of things. What's up, Heinz? How you doing, bud? Oh, I'll finally answer the, every time I start talking about Juggernaut, I get a new subscribe on Twitch. So, it, I might just need to look in the mirror and say Juggernaut 3 times. I wonder if anyone gets that. Are there some old people in the chat? Are there any old people? Well, they'll know what I'm talking about there. But Juggernaut. So the thing with Jugs is in Battlegrounds metas where he can work, he's often the best attacker or one of the best attackers. However, Kabam is putting out more and more complex metas, it feels like, and there are often metas where he won't work well, or new defenders that are applying like some sort of non-damaging debuff or just doing so much damage into the block or what have you that he is suffering. And so that's why I think we still have him as a 10 in Battlegrounds, the tier list. I'd have to pull it up. But there is active discussion. I've even thought about lowering him to a 9 because so often I don't even have him in my deck at all. Now, if you're not interested in Battlegrounds, yeah, he's a great attacker. He's got a nullify, does a lot of damage, he's a lot of fun, one of the most fun champions to play. Like, have a great time. Have a great time. But most Juggernaut-related questions, particularly to rank 5, assume you're talking about 7 stars, you're talking about Battlegrounds there. And so we want to reflect that, right? Is it wise to take up 6-star lock champions that are at 7 stars? Yeah, as long as they're good. As long as they're good ones. Not a ton of them left, but yeah. Or even like 6-star lock champions that were part of like a sale, right? And they're not in any crystals, like Nick Fury or Future Ant-Man would be some of the ones that just jump to the top of my head. Yeah, Hicks, you're different though, man. We talked about this on Discord. You're young, but you're a different kind of cat, man. You're a different kind of cat. For reference, please see Beetlejuice. Thank you very much, Soul Soldier. How are you doing, man? Yeah, I was going more of the Bloody Mary one though. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow. What's up? Box Kill. That one's gonna get me, dude. We'll be streaming. It'll be December of this year, and I'll still be laughing when I see your name. I believe it's just the same drops. If Kabam has activated new drops, y'all let me know. Because man, putting drops active in the title of your stream is a nice thing, man. It is a nice thing. Stink. Downy scent boosters. Yeah, Peter Pavarker's awesome, dude. Yeah, he's amazing, dude. All right, Dread. Hey, Dread, what's up, dude? Let me know if you're going to be streaming today, or maybe you're going to be on just 3 minutes. Let's let the people know, dude. Let's let the people know. All right, I think we got enough. I got all kinds of numbers up here with so many different screens. I think we got enough. We're going to start. We're going to start this opening, dude. All right, so as we started off with J. Jonah Jameson, we were outrageously lucky. Got him. It's really cool. We even got like the first edition version of it. So what is this? What is this? I'm not looking to do this right now. I'm also that we just purchased. Here it is. All right, this is what we're waiting for. Now, I already have Strange as 6-star rank 5 ascended. As we're doing with all these champions, I'm not in the CCP right now. I hope to get back one day. But I think that's going to be a lot up to you all, to be honest, and to the folks who run those sorts of things. And when everyone deems it appropriate for me to be back, I will be back. And you know what? I think I'm still probably going to do this even when I am back in the CCP, because it is a lot of fun. You all seem to be enjoying it. So if you're supportive of that, go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know that you are enjoying this. We'll be doing the opening. So there'll be some champions, I'm sure, where we'll go more than the initial 12. Strange might be one. I really like this guy, man. I really like this guy. Make sure you watch this. And like I said, we'll be stream testing him. And then make sure you check out my boys, MCoC Noob and Grass. They put up phenomenal new champ videos on him, letting us know where he's going to be good, how to take a variety of fights with him. He looks like a monster, guys. He looks like he's going to be a monster. I don't know about BG's monster, but again, we were just talking about that a few seconds ago, that in Battlegrounds, you know, they're putting out more and more complex metas. The defenders are asking so much out of us. You know, we have invade meta right now, and that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. He might be good in that. I'm curious if we're going to see people utilizing him. Although he gains so much power and stuff, I don't know if he'll be able to benefit from it. But the healing back he seems to have is just incredible. So I'm excited to, I'd be excited to see if someone pulls from 7-star and what he can do. I know some people are placing him on defense, and I think that's about like doing a lot of damage into the block with that special one he's got. So we'll see here. All right. Hey, we're building. We started off with a 5-star, then we went to a 6-star. I think this means a 7-star is absolutely coming next. It's got to be the case. There's no other possible explanation for why we'd go 5-star than 6-star. It's obvious. 7-star. Oh, I did the rainbow. I will say, when I see the rainbow go by, when I see the iridescent go by, it does get me a little bit more excited. It does get me a little bit more excited. And then, as someone who stayed away from these crystals like they were the plague, I didn't really get used to the whole, like, I think they call it like Grandmaster's Grace and all of that. That is pretty cool. As someone who's intending to be doing this for every new champion, I like that idea. I like that idea, right? So if we don't pick up Strange, maybe Blue Marvel. Maybe Blue Marvel. I don't know. I think we all have a lot of reasons and hopes and dreams that he's going to be pretty incredible. So you know, right? Hope springs eternal. You got to be a hopeful person if you're going to play MCoC. if you're going to be a veteran of MCoC, you got to be a hopeful person. All right, let's get some dramatics going on. Let's get. Dude, I would be. Oh no. All right, I guess that's good. Yeah, that's good. I would have liked the America Chavez, especially because Kabama said that they're going to get us the Ascension mats and all that for the extra pools and things. So I think that would have been cool. Reminds me that we need that Ascension information. But I like the 7-star teas. Again, I'm saying we're building. We're 5, 6. Oh, I just said it. 5, 6, 7. Yes, I said it. I did. Some of you are cheering. Some of you are rolling your eyes. Like 10% of you are like, why is he making a big deal out of it? I don't understand. And that's because you don't have kids. All right. We're closing in, man. We're closing in. I'm feeling like, I don't know why. I'm very energetic right now. I have a lot of excitement about this. I think we got a shot. Maybe it's just because I have the memories of the J. Jonah Jameson, who I do think is good. I do. Not going to be a Battlegrounds monster. That is a lot of black and red borders. That is a lot of black and rolled feathers. All right, come on. We are nothing without hope. Here we go. Come on now. All right, at least a blue border this time. Kabam has gone the other way. We were building, and then we saw a 7-star, and now we have just completely fallen off the cliff. We're not even seeing 7-star Strange. I saw him that one time. I saw the iridescent rainbow go by, and they're just like, no. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, another one. All right. Maybe he's showing himself, man. He's like that groundhog that comes out. Or is he going to see a shadow? I think that's what we're going with here. Come on now. We got 3 more. Come on. Sorcerer Supreme has been figuring prominently in this. Maybe maybe she's obsessed. She's like another sorcerer taking all the attention that should be mine. It should be mine. Don't you know how good I am? Well, she is actually very good. She doesn't seem like the jealous type, though. So I don't know. I might have mischaracterized her. That's not fair. Is that slander or libel? I'm not sure which it was. Dude, Strange. Here we go. Come on. I see it in the chat. Someone's calling it. The Strange is coming in this one right here. The final one. If we don't get it, we will go to, and we'll buy, I think, one. No, we won't buy any with units. I'll put up a poll in the chat. Let's not even plan for that. Let's just get Strange right now. Let's not make insurance plans. Let's just be confident. We're getting Strange. Here he comes, dude. Come on. Have some drama. Have some dramatics. There he goes. That was the first time you've slowly gone by. And no, it is going to be a 5-star thing. That is what these crystals normally do. 2 weeks ago, absurdly lucky. This is more typical of what happens. You know what? I'm not ending this just yet. We'll figure that out in a minute. Let me get back to these chats. All right, what is going on? Yeah, that felt a little kabammy, but at least it was like some sort of American Chavez who I think already have it. Stupidly high sig. What's up, Boris? How you doing, buddy? I do not know who Daniel, it looks like Ings is. Been watching Night of the Seven Kings yesterday, and I thought it was you. Oh, that's funny. I'll check that out. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. If it's not intended that way, I don't care. That's how I'm taking it, man. You can't do anything about it now. It's out. Thank you. I appreciate the positive vibes, Professor George. What's up, Hilgendorf? How you doing, buddy? These don't count to the guaranteed cost. You know what? Let's take a look at that here in a minute. The consensus on glitch incursions. We gotta see it. In fact, if you guys want, we'll definitely talk about that. I did kind of my first news video. I do like that. I do like covering the news. I do a lot of my editorializing in these streams. If I'm going to be streaming 4 and 5 times a week, like that's plenty of time for me to get my thoughts out. Not that I won't do any thoughts videos. Of course I will. I enjoy those, and a lot of my viewers tend to like them. But I got out just like the news. Like, here, dude, here's what's going on. So much stuff in one relatively, I thought, concise video. And it was the next day. I apologize. It was the next day where the incursions information came out. And it was really interesting to me because you guys know I do often go and kind of look at the comments, and man, people hate incursions, dude. I mean, I'm not a big incursions fan. I don't talk about it a lot on my channel, so I guess that's why I didn't know. But oh my God, man, y'all hate incursions. Y'all really don't like them. If you like them, let me know. But I was surprised at how many of the comments were like, I guess I'm not getting Star-Lord. I guess I just am not going to do it. So you can just rank. Oh, I see a conversation taking place. Rating score is absolutely cracked. It's been really good. I have 4 7 stars here. It's insane. I'm not even paying on. That's awesome, Temperance. Way to go. Dude, the banquet was bonkor. Yeah, it was. What's up, Miku? Love that emoji. It's like a totally different culture over on Twitch. And you know what's been really interesting for me about Twitch is, and maybe it's just streaming in general, actually, now that I think about it, is, maybe it's just streaming in general. Twitch has been incredibly positive. Like the Twitch audience, the MCO Twitch audience is very, very supportive and positive, and they talk with each other a lot. It's almost like the chat's more active or something. It's been a really interesting experience for me. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, actually. Too much RNG incursions, like sometimes not so bad, but sometimes you can get some really bad notes. Yep. They seem to think, if I read the post right, that they've removed that from possibly happening. Well, we'll see. I don't think I'm talking crazy for us all to be like, well, we'll experience it first, and then we'll make that sort of proclamation. Twitch is a whole different vibe. Dread. Yeah, I love it. It's always important to me. It's like having 2 kids, right? It's like, I'm oldest. Look, the youngest has got some cool stuff going on. They're not exactly like you. They're different, right? And I love that about. But don't worry, I love you too. I love you too. You're both great. You're just different. That's all. And so I always want to make sure my YouTube audience knows I love them too. I ain't never gonna forget them. Or they're just as important. Just as important. All right. So here's where we're checking, and we will go and start playing Doctor Strange. Don't worry. Yeah, is he just gonna crack jokes the whole time? What's going on? Okay, so we got a guaranteed 7-star high evolutionary. I'm okay. I'm not gonna go for that. Thank you though. Guaranteed a 7-star champion within the next 9 crystals. Oh my God, are you serious? I think that means that we should pop. We should spin out 5 more and pop. Let's do polls. Let's do a poll. Let's see. How do you do a poll on Twitch? Is that possible? It's got to be possible. Why would they not allow polls? Manage a poll. That's got to be how you do it. Polls are a great way to interact with your viewers. Ask them questions and react to their feedback. Create a new poll. I think we should hit the button. Let's do it. We're going on this adventure together. I'm typing it out. I'm not a fast typer. You guys know that. Stop making fun of me. That's not nice. It's saying something about channel points. I still don't even know what that means. And I will set up the poll on both sides. Don't worry. Like I said, I'm not going to forget. No one is more important than the other. I would never make fun of only tease. Teasing's fine. A good solid ridicule, I'm all for it. All right, we'll leave these up for about 5 minutes while we chit chat. How do I see the poll on Twitch? They took it away. That's not cool, man. That's not, oh, there it is. It's right there. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at Doctor Strange while we wait for this. What is this? Oh, new BGs. Maybe we'll do a little bit of BGs today. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little bit of BGs today. Oh, thank you so much for the follows here. We got a new follow from SM Orange. Thank you so much. Picard, what is up? Thank you for being here. I'm going to go with Saphir. I'm going with Saphir. I'm pretty sure that's not how you're intending for it to be pronounced, but I like Saphir. Let me know if I'm butchering it too badly for you. And Suvran, thank you so much for being here. Where's the R5 Sentry Vega? He's ramping, man. He's got to ramp up. He's busy. He had to get to rank 5. That ramp is going to take a while. that is a real ramp, man. He's gonna. That's a lot of doom scrolling on TikTok for him. Yeah, he's gonna be about at that for more than a minute or two. You always get ad right after I ask questions. I'm sorry, Fartbox Killer. What's up? Would you R4 Photon, Spider Woman, or Yelena? Dude, well, one, I mean, I would R4 all of them. If you're not interested in Battlegrounds, I would probably go Photon first. I think she's just a utility machine and monster. I call her cheat code for a reason. You got to remember too, in my day, cheat code was like kind of cool. It was almost like a compliment. I don't know if it still is. You guys let me know. And then, or Spider-Woman. If you're interested in BGs, I'd probably more go towards Spider-Woman or Elena. The more money spent, the more entertaining. I guess I just want to make sure people want to see it, Hicks, you know? I want to make sure, man. I've learned a lot in the old 2025. I learned a lot in the 2025. As long as I'm having fun, I'll let you all decide what we see. All right, so at the start of each fight, this is also part of what I want to see is him unawakened, because I can't unawaken him. At the start of each fight, grant the opponent 3 rounded down. Okay, so this is one of those. Infinite placebo buffs, and then inflict a fate seal. Nullifies all buffs on the target, prevents them from gaining any new ones. But it's for a very short period of time, right? If I remember correctly from my testing. Yeah, it's only for 3 seconds. When Doctor Strange gains an arcane font, he has a 30% chance to gain another. This can trigger itself, but is not affected by ability accuracy. When Doctor Strange gains an arcane font, he has a 30% chance to gain another. This can trigger itself. What does that mean? This can trigger itself. That feels like a really weird add-in, and I'm not sure I heard anyone address it in the videos I watched today. And I'm thinking it might just be kind of like a wasted clause in the sentence. But often Kabam adds something like that because there's some interaction that it's hard to foresee. The reason why I'm saying this is because if I remember correctly, you trigger the arcane font by the swiping up when you're doing the parry stun. There might be another way that he does it, but I don't recall that. And I think they're just letting you know that it's not affected by ability accuracy. So if you have like plus ability accuracy, you're not going to add on to it. And he has plus ability accuracy later on in the kit. And if you're suffering from negative ability accuracy, you can't, this won't be affected by that too. I think that's all they're trying to say there. But I know it seems like I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, but like having played this game for 10 years, I'm used to little clauses like that having something to do with something later. If you're new to the game, you might be like, why is this guy so like invested in a forward like thing at the beginning of a sentence? But that's interesting. Before the opponent would be knocked out, inflict 120% neutralize, passive for 3 seconds. That should be good for, obviously that should be good for Serpent. The guy showed Dark Phoenix and said he's a little slow for her. That's interesting. Is Strangely going to be useful in BG as an attacker? Potentially. I think it's going to be interesting metas, but we had him as a 7. We just did the general Battlegrounds tier list. It came out this weekend, and we had him as a 7. And I nothing I saw today made me... Potentially he'll goes to an 8, like we said in the video. I think Battlegrounds would have to change a lot, and I think as Ascension goes on, potentially he moves up, but that would be due to Ascension. It means getting an arcane font can grant you an additional arcade. Yeah. Thank you so much for the new follow there, Sol Invictus. I get that, Helga Dorf, but it feels odd that they didn't just write, this is not affected by ability accuracy. That's all. It probably means nothing, but it's something. Yes, thank you, Moz. Yeah. I understand. And in fact, I kind of want to hold on to it. My guaranteed 7 for Blue Marvel. I have high hopes for Blue Marvel. Vega, it's coming on the anniversary of me breaking my leg, and I got my last moment for it this Friday. Dude, I hope that all goes really, really well. I hope that goes exceptionally well for you. I live by no units on Heroes Crystals, so it's hard for me to advise you to do it, but I recognize you're there. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Weapon X. And over the course of 2025, you saw me, I think, fully move from, I do enjoy the game. I'm not that good of an actor. I couldn't pretend. You guys have seen me. You've seen me. But fully embrace it. Like, I'm a YouTuber, And so I'll do things for entertainment that if I was purely playing the game, there's no way in hell I would do. So yeah. Earth Sorcerers. I think the polls are almost over. Are they already over? What happened to the poll? Oh man. Dread, are you still here? Dread's probably gone. How do I find the poll? Can you guys see the poll on the Twitch side? Sorry, y'all. I'm still new to this. No. Yeah, did it just go away and not say anything? Oh, the poll ended. Here it is. Okay, well, what's the... It says the poll ended, but then it doesn't give... Yes was winning, though. Thank you. It doesn't give you the result. It just, like, in the activity feed, it's just like, poll's over. I'm like, okay, what'd the poll say? I don't know. You're bad. What the hell, man? How do you not see that? All right. Let's see what YouTube has to say. Oh, dude, YouTube's winning 90%. Okay. So it looks like we're doing 10 more. Let me pull that up. It was like only no vote. Last I saw, it was like 1 to 11%. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Let's see here. we'll get, and this will be the last one. I don't want to go too crazy on it, but I like this guy. I like this guy quite a bit. And in today's video, we are supporting MCoC Encyclopedia, so that's whose code I am using. I will be alternating to other Illuminati members, of course, as time goes by. So if you are making purchases, and I never, ever, ever encourage that, but if that's something you're interested in and you're doing in this game, make sure you use the codes for all the content creators. But if you could, do me a solid and start off with those Illuminati members. Those guys provide so much information. All right, we will spin out. We'll spin out 5, and then we will. What do you guys think? I think let's pop the 10, and then we'll spin out the final 2. What do you think? What's up, Luke? How you doing? Let's get a couple things in the chat, and then I'll go with that. So we're either spinning out 2, then popping, or we're popping, then spinning out. You guys let me know. We did decide the polls were overwhelmingly in favor of 12 more. And man, I want to entertain, I want to have some fun. Plus, it says we're guaranteed to get a 7-star champion within the next 9 crystals. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Come on. And we're also building our Grace crystal, hopefully for what we all hope and want is the overpowered Blue Marvel. I know I'm not alone in that. I've seen the chat. I read the chat. I see what you guys have to say. All right. We're going to spin out. We're going to spin these out. We're going to spin out 2, and then we will pop. We'll spin out 2, and then we will pop. Let's go. Come on now. Thank you very much, PS. Spin out 2, then pop, and then we're going to test our 7-star Doctor Strange. That's how this is going to work. I'm just positive on this. There's no way it won't happen. Look at all those 7 stars coming by now. This is already different. This is already nope, it is exactly the same. It is exactly the same as the first 12. All talk of it being different, complete fantasy, complete delusion. Although American Chops and Photon, man, they're hanging out. They're buddies. They're buddies. They're hanging out. They're starting off the reels here. All right, come on. All right, we've got 6-star Doctor Strange twice, but the problem is we already had him 6-star rank 5 ascended 6200. All right, so we are obviously hoping. What's up, Mike? Thanks so much for being here. Now we are obviously hoping for the new one, the C1 new. Okay. Now I don't do this as much. It's going to take a while to build up the reserves like we used to. There's a chance it's just like a 5-star or a 4-star. Okay, but still, it is exciting. I guess it can't be a 4-star. The rest is showing. My crystal opening rest is showing. No new, nothing exciting has happened. Kabam! Could you let me down worse? You're letting yourself down, really. You're letting yourself down because people are getting to see what what the crystal open experience is typically like. Guardian. All right, hey, that's cool. That is cool. I am not upset about that. Although I do think I already had him at Sig 200. Yeah. And you know what, guys? It's just me. It's just how I am. I can't let you go without something super exciting happening. We didn't even get a 1 new or anything like that. So we're at least going to get a Titan crystal, okay? Because I want you to get your time's worth. I want you to get your value here. We're going to open up 1 Titan. We're obviously hoping for Lizard or a champion that I obviously would like to get Sig 200 or that I don't already have. I think Lizard's about all we got left in that regard. So we're going for that. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get something cool, something exciting. Come on, man. Come on, Kavan. You can do this. Do yourself a favor. You want people to see the crystal open experience being good. So let's give them something good, man. Frankencastle would actually be really cool too. I actually would be really excited about that. I've got like 8 million 7-star skill awakening gems, so that would be exciting. I do like Frankencastle. Yeah, all right, hey, that's cool, man. I am genuinely very happy about that. I am genuinely very, very excited about that. And I was not kidding. I was not kidding. I have got, I think 4 of these things. I use them and they just come right back. Like, yeah, let's freaking, you know what? I'm going to test him because I will eventually get a video on him. I will use one. I want to test him unawakened just so I can give my opinion on him unawakened for everyone. And then I'll awaken him and do that. But this is a strange testing stream, so we'll get to Doctor Strange. All right. Now we will be ending the video for the opening. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. All right. At least I got something that I was genuinely excited about. Yeah. Yeah, dude, Frank's awesome, man. You want him awakened? Okay, he's nice. Yeah, it was I think it was Dre in my alliance who did some really cool stuff with him, and maybe it was Germ. I apologize if it was a different alliance mate, guys. Just speak up and let me know. But did some really cool stuff with Frank. He's good, and it's cool. It's cool. Work. I thought I saw your name. What's up, dude? That's a guaranteed base 7-star net feature. The features, yes. I really do appreciate you guys doing everything you can to inform me. You guys know that, particularly with streaming, it's easy to make mistakes. But we've got we're still at 92. That's a lot. I don't know if we're going to get to 92 by the time Blue Marvel comes around. That's a lot. I don't know if that's in my plans. All right. Let's as far as testing Doctor Strange out, I think we've got to just do the standard Realm of Legends. Let me know if there's something in particular you guys want to see. Obviously, I have different versions of him, different star varieties. So we could go down to, I mean, unless he wasn't added to like the 4-star crystal. Was he not in this crystal? Yeah, there he is. You know, we could test out a variety of stuff. We could test out duels and those sorts of things. What I do want to do is take him into Realm of Legends. Just do like, you know, 3 or 4 fights and kind of get his playstyle down again in testing out the 6-star for when the buff went live, when the patch went live. The biggest issue I had was kind of getting over the idea that you're just going to gain a ton of power, particularly in matches with buffs. And like, once you accept that and get into it, it's really fun. You're just like throwing special after special after special. Grass did a really nice job of really talking about that. But then it's the hold heavy, and then it's like a double tap mechanic. In fact, let's make sure, because I want to practice it, where you kind of eat a bar of power. I found that to be like a lot of new mechanics in MCoC, where it there's a lot of messing up because it's not coming naturally. But once it feels like something that once you get it will be fine. Like the perfect release on Kate Bishop. Little difficult in the beginning, but once you get it, it's like, dude, this is easy. Where is it? Oh, okay. Remember the clause I was making a big deal about in the signature ability? This is why they did it. When any buff on the opponent is nullified, any buff. So you don't just get the arcane fonts from the hold heavy. I had forgotten about that. Now I understand. That's why they were talking about like it happening automatically. If you guys remember, double tap block to consume. Okay, so we're just gonna work on that. Yes, Frank is a great defender of this meta. I've been banning him. He's one of my immediate bans. Yep, you got that right. So I think ideally for like in a matchup like this, I think I just really want to throw. I want to get into the Fury. Here, this will be a good chance to utilize the. See, I couldn't get it. Obviously, you guys can't see it happening. I'm trying to use the bar of power, and it's just not happening. I was able to get it when I was playing him, but this was 2 weeks ago, so. For those of you who have him and have gotten good at it, are you using your left thumb for the double tap to get the mechanic. Okay, I'll try that, Hasama. Thanks. I tested out Undescended R16 range against R4 200 Serpent in practice, and he destroyed him. That feels like the matchup he's currently most tailored to, like the bit of the big bad defenders sort of thing. Yeah, I didn't. Sorry for the. Well, for some people, it's good memories of bringing up the strange. It's like literally. There we go. Why did it happen so late? And I think you need to make sure you wait for the first hit of the heavy to land, if I recall correctly. Feels similar to Bastion. Like, literally nothing is happening. Do you need to be over 2 bars of power, potentially? I do know that in streaming a lot lately, I've been talking about the left side of my screen seems to be gone or not working, and that is where I'm trying to hit this. I'm wondering if this is getting that bad. We just bought a new stream phone today. I'm gonna have to go pick it up. Yeah, like literally, I mean, you guys can't see it, but like nothing is happening. Imagine the rhythm, holding block, double tap. I think there's something wrong. Because when I was testing them originally, I was having no trouble with it. You know, I want to test out Captain Marvel. That'll finish him off. Twitch Shop's active today. I don't think so, because I haven't seen anything from Kabam. They ended the last round yesterday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I believe. So as soon as they activate new Twitch drops, they'll be active on this channel, any channel streaming MCoC. Of course, I'd love it if you watch me, but I get it if you don't, or elsewhere. So any channel that's streaming MCoC will have drops enabled. I'm going to take a look at the write-up, because there's something I'm obviously doing wrong. Either that or my phone's left side is just worse than I thought it was. It would explain quite a few dash bats and things just not working. If you've seen me stream the last week or so, you know that I've been having issues with that at times. But it's felt like it's working often. This is just 100% not working. When charging and performing a heavy attack, double tap block. And you guys are saying you've done it on the left side of the screen. I'm sure that's where I was doing it 2 weeks ago too. Double tap block to consume 1 bar of power to gain 3 arcane fonts. This feels so weird. Thank you so much for the new follows, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Oh, got it, Hasama. Yeah, I've had some odd issues with it. They're talking about like dropped inputs or parries not functioning. Here, I'm gonna try it now. Yeah, like, look, I mean, can you guys see it? I'm very, like, I'm tapping the heck out of the screen right now and nothing's happening. Shoot. I guess, I'll try resetting my phone. Let's see if that does something. Can't really test him out if that's not working. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just doing the be right back screen. Or, yeah. I don't recall thinking that I had to be at 3 bars of power, but maybe that is it. I don't think you need to wait for the first hit of the heavy to land to do the, for the power to be removed. Drop the heavy and then tap? Okay. All right. You do not need to be at 3 bars of power. No, you can be at 2. And yeah, I seriously, it was one of those like strategic decisions. It was like, I think it was like 12:30 at night or something. I remember I was up late. Like my wife was like, dude, go to bed. And I was making videos on all the buff champions, and I had a ton of gameplay of him. I already know my thoughts on him. I just, you know, it's like if something new comes out or if we did pull the 7-star. And this is not working how I felt like it was working 2 weeks ago. You couldn't get it to work unless the heavy hit first. That would be really different than my memory of testing it 2 weeks ago. And it doesn't match the description of the champion. Yeah, like Louis, I think it is saying, yeah, if you had to let go of the heavy first, that'd be all right. Tinfoil hat time. Yeah, I mean, go for it, man. It might. Let's hope it was just my phone needing to be reset, or the left side of my phone is worse than I realized. But that doesn't seem right either, because I streamed literally 2 days ago, and I mean, there was a couple of oddities, but in general, it was like 99% of the time it was fine. Oh, really? Okay, maybe it's not happening when I feel like it should be happening. I'm gonna try this time, basically. No, I even tried the letting go. I'm tapping. I'm tapping. Like, I am so much tapping. Like, I don't. Can you guys see it? I'm just tapping like crazy. I'm tap it. If anyone remembers that Simpsons, that's one of my favorite Simpsons. Lisa is like taking a tap dance. Oh, there we go. What would have been different about that? Why would that be different? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna try to get into his damage bell now. So it's not registering my thumb. It is registering, what is that, your index finger? Or your pointer? To use kindergarten language. Those of you who've had success with it, does that match? Are you using your index? I don't know why it would register an index and not a thumb. That would point to an issue with my phone, wouldn't it? And this is that, what I was talking about, where you just, like, I found this happening a lot, where I'm just getting so much power. And then you just gotta kind of control it and accept the fight being what it is. Grass and Noob got some good times. You used your thumb, so maybe it's my weird old thumb, man. It looks like a normal thumb. I always use my thumb. Sometimes the tap doesn't work. Dread, what's weird, dude, is it is consistently not working with my thumb. Like, to the point where I was about to stop the stream. So I was like, well, I don't want to test the champion. It's just flat out not working. That's a waste of everyone's time. No, I'm tapping the thing. I appreciate everyone's advice or questions. Being like, well, maybe it's just me. Like it's one of the best ways to problem solve. Is like, yeah, I'm tapping the exact same place. His power gains a lot. You can see why he doesn't like benefit from Mystic Dispersion or something like that. I don't enjoy that trend that seems to be catching on at all. But they didn't ask me. Let me see. I want to see if I can get him to recognize my thumb. No. Actually, there it was. He recognized my thumb that time. Okay, so in this fight, I think I did not get enough of the placebos up, so my Arcane Font stayed low, and therefore the damage suffered. There we go. I'm like triple, quadruple tapping with my thumb, and it's starting to register better. There's a chance it was like my phone. Like my phone was cold or something. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, thanks. I wanted. It was like I want you guys to see. I actually am tapping. I'm not trying to be dumb. Be like, oh, there's something wrong with the game. You know. So the one thing I will add is that you'll be able to ascend him. He's the only champ they decided to include, so that changes things a bit. I did Dread. So like that's why I'm now fully into I need to know more about Ascension. They said they're gonna get more info out in January, so I hope they do it very, very soon. I still am excited about my OP broken champions, you know, like Hulkling, Nico, Jean Grey. Like I'm still very excited about them, and I intend to rank them to rank 5. However, based on what they do with Ascension, and I think this is the point, or I think this is one of the points, champions like Strange or you know, JJJ or whatever. JJJ, he's a different kind of cat, but Spidey Supreme, or not Spidey Supreme, Peter Parker, they're really good anyway. But like, I might get more excited about them because they can be ascended 2 or 3 or 4 levels. Okay, thanks, Dread. I appreciate it. If y'all aren't following Dread, by the way, I've said this so many times, so many things. Like, make sure you're following Dread on Twitch and then also on the YouTube side. Does great videos as well. I'm not bothered with the reduced emphasis on Mystic Dispersion. It's still great for the champs that we have, and it's not the mastery point. And it's not the first mastery I've done points into that won't benefit most champs. So let's just, I want to continue this conversation. I'm not arguing with you. I want to hear your thoughts because that's interesting. Is what if there was a bleed-based champion that did not benefit from deep wounds? Would that change your feelings on it? And you might be like, dude, there's this champion, that champion. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. He okay. Let's focus on his. Nah, man, crystals over phones, man. Yeah, I literally bought the new phone today. And this is my streaming phone. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So I have a streaming phone and then a main phone, and we bought a stream phone that I'm going to use exclusively for like creating videos and stuff around the house. I'm tired of using my regular phone for that. Okay, so that was cool. I know that seems like a small thing, but I really loved that I wanted to set up throwing the Fury, basically. I'm not going to try to say their actual names. And I was getting so close to the 2 bars of power that I was able to switch down to 1 bar power. Like, I'll stop comparing to JJJ because I know a lot of folks don't love him. But that's the small sort of like fight control that can be a really big deal if you get good with the champion when the fights are particularly difficult. I thought that was actually that was really cool, and most champions do not have something like that. Like, it's not the same as the fractured power bar. Can't think of a good analogy for it. That's why I went with JJJ, where he's got like some interesting fight control options. Noob loves this guy, and I'm starting to see why Noob loves him so much. Noob, if you haven't seen MCoC Noob's new champ video, I highly recommend you check it out. Yes, even if that means you leave the stream, I'd love for you to stick around, but I get it. Noob is a big fan. Like, fam, perfect, Boris. That is really good. But because you're what's the champ? Cassandra Nova, not Cassandra Nova, Carolina Dean and Phoenix have similar things where, like, because you're holding heavy, you're not hitting the defender, meaning the defender's not gaining power. And so it's like exponential. I think the times where this is going to feel really powerful and help us out in various fights. I really liked that a lot. And then because your spells stay for a long ass time, once you're like built, and Grass did a good job of showing this too. Once you're built, dude, you're good. Like, he talked about this. Like, so utilizing the step back is huge. Remember, he's healing back a lot of the block damage, I believe, right? So it's, even if you take the hit into block, and when you're looking at the damage, remember, guys, this is a 6-star Ring 5 Ascended. I've fully accepted how much different their damage is going to look than a 7-star Ring 4. Like, it's significant. This damage didn't even feel bad per se. The fight time's not going to be indicative of what he's really doing. So when you see a 7-star rank 4 in Realm of Legends, it's going to be quite different. All right, let's take a look at some questions. Now that I feel like I finally got him working on it. People don't like Jameson? Nah, I don't think so. Man, the damage isn't good. The damage on him is not good in fight 1. He's a build-up champion. Not only build up in the fight, but like as you win fights if you have him awakened. I like him. I'm hoping I get to do some fun stuff with him in incursions. But again, dude, people in general do not seem to like incursions as much as they like other modes. So I fully get it. I'm not going to try to convince people that Jameson, that they should play him or something like that. Oh, thank you so much for coming back to the conversation. Masters in general need a refresh and a rethink. Much of them have no relevance in the game in 26, like the view hidden defender. Yeah, so here's the thing is I think if Kabam, and please Kabam don't ever do this, but if they made MCoC 2.0, Masters they could totally redo. I think if they tried to redo Masters now and they changed things like Mystic Dispersion, if they tried to do that right now, I don't think that would go really well. I really don't. Because Mystic Dispersion, like, it feels like we don't know because we don't know exactly what was going on in the design room, but it has felt for a very long time like champions were very much designed with the power, like how powerful Mystic Dispersion was. And so, like, you would just be changing years of champions. Like, that feels like one of those ones where it's like, just leave it alone. And you're probably right. As much as I don't like that there's mystics that don't benefit at all anymore from Mystic Dispersion, it might be better for them just to be like, look, I don't want my champion interacting with it, so we're just removing it. Like, it might be the lesser of the two evils. New hero in Coliseums. Yeah, I'm excited for Coliseum too. I'm intending to stream Coliseum when it's live, get out the video on the, the top 10s, like the good options basically for it. And then assuming I have time, which I think I will based on my schedule, we will jump straight into an incursion stream. So it's going to be a pretty busy 3 or 4 hours there. They always said Masters are too complex and modified. They did say that? Okay. Last I thought I had heard that there was a plan to like revamp them. This is like years ago though. Like years. And maybe it wasn't even revamp as much as it was like add on to them or something like that. And as time's gone on, I've as excited as I recall being for that at the time, I've now fully gone into like, please don't mess with them. Like, do it via the champions. I just don't like when a champion doesn't, I love Mystics. I love Mystic Dispersion. So I think I'm a little biased. All right, let me, I honestly, I like him better than I even thought I was going to. I want to just kind of go over his blessings. Doctor Strange's book 3, Vishanti blessings. E-slashing 20 seconds and cycling through. Okay, but you only get the benefit when you're in the blessing, which makes sense. I think this this Hoggoth's wisdom is going to be used more than I initially thought it was going to be too. Like that 100% increase ability accuracy. That's like, dude, when your stuff fails, it sucks. And it feels like Kabam puts that on nodes a lot. Thank you so much for the new follows, guys. I really appreciate it. And then the ability to then, I want to get one more fight in against Captain Marvel. And then if there's something like really, really important you guys want to see, let me know. I like I said, I think Grass and Noob covered this, and there's a variety of content creators who've done great videos on him already. I think they've got it covered, but if there's something in particular you want to see, I'm happy to do it. I feel like I've got more than enough of what I was looking for to place him on the PvE tier list and the PvP. Those will be coming out in the next 2 weeks. So that was cool too. So I was in the Fury spell, got to 2 bars of power, and now that I'm getting better at the taps and it's registering, was able to get rid of the bar of power and throw the SP1 before the spell had moved over to the next one. It's quick, and you won't always be able to do it because of how quickly it starts to move. But I'm feeling the control that he does have over a fight. That was weird. How did he block that? Alright, whatever. So my advice, if you're having any difficulty with the power game, is try to start learning the I understand now why Grass was doing it so much. The AI here is probably not the best to practice it against because it's so passive. But that, basically. Just like holding block or leaving yourself open if you want. It's up to you, obviously. But however you can get better at it. Yeah, now that I've got the tap down, dude, it's starting to feel so much more natural. But practicing that block, that step back, like someone we called it similar to Spidey Vivita Pravarkar, I believe, earlier in the stream. And yeah, I definitely am seeing that. It's not an intercept, but you can do like a step back. And then that way you're not gaining as much power. Like right there, again, just did it. Like I'm getting much more consistent, and Winter Soldier is not known for his aggressiveness. All right, I want to do one more fight against Captain Marvel, and then maybe we can do a couple rounds of Battlegrounds. He definitely takes practice to understand, but only a little bit. Once you get into his groove, it's so satisfying. That's how I'm feeling, dude. Yeah. If they changed masteries, it would be 12.0 again. I do think it would be the sort of thing that people just be like, I'm done. Like, God, no. I don't know. We'll see. This is an outrageously sticky player base. Incredibly sticky. Did we do in the next Legends title drops? No, actually we don't. No, we don't know any of that. If they ban Zemo? Oh, for Void? Yeah, I don't know. Good luck. The SP1 is very satisfying. The gameplay itself is satisfying. I think BG players might get a little frustrated with him for speed. But, you know, not everything's about BGs. And that's part of why I love Coliseum. So I'm struggling to get it done, but essentially that was it again right there. I am more and more thinking there's something wrong with the left side of my screen. But that is what it is. Or my thumb. I think the whole, he has like what, 0 combat power rate? I think that's gonna be something to get used to too. Because like what I tried to do, obviously it'd just be better to, well, you're gonna have to figure it out. But that would have been superior. All right. I like this dude. He's good. I think he's gonna, again, his BG score, I think we did right with him at 7. Depending on Ascension, and if they keep doing like metas like they're currently doing, then I could see him possibly going to an 8. Well, but that's in the future. We'll reflect that when it happens. PvE, he might be in the tier above all. With this much control, and the damage is good. The damage is good. It's just not nuke. You know, it's not super fast. He might be tier above all. I try not to do that with a champion unless I just feel insanely confident that in the first time, like their debut, they go there. So he's probably going to start in the second tier. And in PvP, the PvP tier list. Oh, I'm going to talk to the guys on that one because I'm getting like low second tier vibes. But they know like the tier 1 war map obviously way better than I do. So I want to get their opinions on that. But just by virtue of being as good as he is in questing and stuff, because, you know, we've separated out the 2 tier lists. That doesn't mean that like we've completely removed all thought of the other things in them, right? Like in the PvP focused one, we're still considering that you want to play questing and Coliseum and EOP and that sort of stuff. Did not get strange, but did have a pretty cool Titan opening there because I wanted to do something fun. I don't think I'm going to do more for Strange as much as I do like him. I think I'll wait for him to come to the Titan, though. All right. He's basically a buff counter version of Archangel, unless they were nullifying me and they're screwed. I get what you're saying by the Archangel comparison. Yeah, it just feels like it's going to take him a little bit of time. You're going to need to play him well, but if you play him well, you're going to probably get really exciting results. Like, he feels very well suited for the current game, both in nodes and in quests and modes that we're getting, but also the defenders that have been put out to challenge us. Like, he feels like a great champion. Like, he feels like, honestly, I'll just say it. The only reason why I'm not like, oh my God, he's insane, is because of the champions we got in 2025. Like, without Okoye and Nico Minoru and Jean Grey, and there's more of them, right? Just ones on the top of my head. If those champions didn't exist, I'd be like, oh my God, this guy is insane. You know, it's just comparison to those absurd broken highs of 2025. He's not that. I don't think he's that at all. But if we got consistently this in 2026, I think that's a great game, you know? So we'll see. Does he have any defensive prowess? I don't think there's a ton that I'm seeing, especially once people learn his dexes. Like, if I face one in BGs right now, in fact, I'll probably ban one if I face him, because I don't know his dexes, and in invade, it's going to really hurt. Thank you so much for the follow there. 1122. The only thing he doesn't have is power still. So that's kind of the thing, is like, I'm using the traditional definition of the word balance. He feels balanced. He doesn't feel like an OP broken champion. He feels like an extremely powerful, balanced champion. You can use him where you want to. You can use him in a variety of places. What he does is ask for a lot in modes and in defenders, but he's not going to just like go around just stomping all over things. Or things that you're like, are they supposed to do this? You know, like, you know, Okoye became one of my favorite answers for taking Enchantress. Like, they knew what they were doing. It's just, that's different. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got to focus in a little bit. Not even sure how smart it was to do live BGs right now, but hey, being smart, that's not really what we're about when it comes to making these decisions anyway. All right, let's go ahead and do this. You gotta go, and I think you gotta go. Man, that's the love-hate of a meta like this is... I love it that people who have, like, I mean, we don't know that this person, NECA here, might have an account bigger than mine. We have no idea based on what we just saw. But I do love that people who have much smaller accounts than me, because of the meta and the way it is, have like a great chance of winning. I do like that. I do. I love that, you know, I think it like brings in more players, but I also understand when you've invested a lot of your real life money and stuff into building a massive BG's deck, and then you get hit with this sort of thing, it can be a little frustrating. It can be a little upsetting. All right, so they took Kindred off the board, even though they had, if I saw correctly, they had a rank 4 6200. Lets you know a little bit about what Kindred's been up to lately. Hey, what's up, Iron Spire? I hadn't seen your question, but I think I just answered it. That was actually good timing. Hey, congratulations on reaching Valiant. If you're competing in battlegrounds, I think a lot of you probably know this, but guys, use your shuffles. Like, it is so hard to win without them. Just do it. I know I resisted doing it for a very long time, which is why I'm saying, like, make sure you're using them, guys. They're so helpful. And there's nothing cheap about it. I had like this weird kind of like, I didn't think they were cheap, but I don't know. I felt weird about it, sort of thing. Like there's some weird ethics that I had imposed on myself that all it did was really hurt me. So don't do that to yourselves. All right, we got to focus in. Focus in, focus up, lock in, but not lock up. All right, here we go. Oh my god, I completely forgot. So for those of you who don't know, I can't stand playing Sentinel, even when he was a 6-star. I took him to rank 4 because I do realize how good he is. And I still feel like he's clunky as hell. Like even in this matchup, I could really feel it. I got a message from my wife, so I might need to go do that. I forgot he doesn't have an armor up. I completely forgot. I saw I was taking damage. I was like, why am I taking damage? He doesn't get an armor up until you get him below, like, what, 5% of health or something absurdly low, right? I completely forgot that he doesn't have an armor up. That's crazy. I don't dislike Bruno Mars, but I don't know a lot of his songs, and I haven't heard the newest one. I'll check it out, though. A lot of my music interest is dictated by my kids these days. Yeah, there's my hatred of Sentinel. Probably still lost. Nice matchup. Kicked my butt. Last SpongeBob. No, my kids aren't that young. When we get 2 shots, you know what? I'm gonna check. Let me check to see if Kabam has updated when they're gonna reactivate them. I have strong reason to believe that they are coming up with like a full-on plan. I mean, they said they were. As far as Twitch drops and how we're gonna get like how we're gonna get Thor Ragnarok, like the buff version and all of that. But yeah, unfortunately there's nothing as of yet where they've like reactivated them. So unfortunately right now there's no drops. I apologize. All right, I'll do one more. All of that I'm not that into BGs at the moment. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not going to recommend you listen to that one with the kiddos. Okay, thank you, I won't. Who did I say you look like, Vega? Shoot, I forgot. It was someone that I didn't know. I will say that. $10K shards every week would be dope. My understanding is that they are coming up with like a comprehensive plan on how to handle drops. But I'm sure you're aware. I'm not in the CCP, so if CCP has knowledge on these things and stuff, I don't have that knowledge. But I think the drops are really cool, and they've publicly said that they're working on like how it's going to work out in getting the Thor. This is an interesting deck. It feels well put together, but this is probably an example of what I was talking about with like an account that's just nowhere near the size of mine. But it's not going to matter nearly as much as it would normally matter. Cooper Cup. Why are we talking about Cooper Cup? I mean, I'm all for it, but I'm just curious why. I'm sure it's not that I look like Cooper Cup. I'm walking into a trap with that Void, aren't I? I'm remembering you guys telling me why Void was indexed now. Well, they don't have to do shards every week. They could do like rank up gems and other things. Absolutely. I'm sure what I would imagine, I don't know, but what I would imagine is happening is they have to run it all through like monetization or whatever it's called. Of hey, we're giving away this in their world for free. I realize it's not free, it's time and stuff. But in the way they do things, it is completely for free. And so they've got to run that through like sales. And I'm just calling it general monetization. I have no idea if they actually call it that. Is Rhino obtainable for free? Eventually, yes. Which is how I intend to get him. They did a really nice job with their draft. And the SIG on this Korg is 180. Okay. I'm gonna go for the early light. Nope, not winning that one either. The hits into block hurt more than I thought they would, for sure. Much better than your cord work. Yeah, thanks. Kushala's got I can't remember if all her attacks are energy or not, but she's a good matchup for him. We don't see Korg as much these days, but yeah, she's quite good for him. Without those hits into block, we're coming out a little bit better. Obviously. Is Stormwind good for BG? She's good. She's okay. She I'm gonna try to focus in because I actually have a shot on this one now. I think we got unfortunately to do this. I wanted to use Red Guardian, but it's not gonna go well. I don't think. I think I would take too long and then I'd start taking a lot of damage. There's a chance it could have gone okay. Yeah, we'll see. What's up, BK? How you doing, bud? Nope. Should have had this too. Very frustrating. Hopefully you can destroy that. You got to play quick. But Hulkling can destroy that. That was a rank 4 void too, right? Yeah, rank 4. I'm trying to get to 30 champs at rank 3 or higher by my birthday on February 11th. I'm at 23 now or 24. Nice, dude. You got to get some content done, huh? You got anything big left to still do? Just ranked up sister before I went to bed this morning. Congratulations. Oh, dude, my photon held down the fort. I think they were... This is what I was talking about. I was like, you know, they had rank 3s in their deck and stuff like that. So I don't think their account's nearly as big as mine. They had a fighting chance against me, but at some point, you know, Photon probably got a hit in or something like that, or the rank 3 bullseye just couldn't get it done. So even though I made a mistake, I was able to win. So we'll do one more. Yeah, so many get into your attack. Korg Korg's like not downfall because he's still a good defender. I mean, you saw. A lot of that has to do with them just putting out answers, but like direct answers, but then answers in like other classes like Mystic, right? With the energy dealers being able to handle him. Like Nico's really good for him, you know? That just so there's in decks, there's so many answers for him that aren't even like considered direct counters that at some point a lot of people just removed him because even though the health pool is large and yeah, he could catch you off guard sometimes, it just wasn't worth it. It's kind of like the reverse of what's happened with Thing. Like, that's part of why Thing fell off. But as the games moved on and the skill class is doing other stuff, Thing's back, dude. Thing is back in a big way. Feels weird to ban Gentle, but I think that's the right call. Yeah. Man, that's the round of all rounds. if I could start off every draft with with those four ladies on the screen, we'd be all right. We're gonna be okay, guys. That's an interesting theory, Boris. Shoot, I wanted Deadpool at the last second. Yeah, oops. Indecision. And it's fine if there's a chance they're watching, but you know, in all likelihood they're not. It's that Nefaria that's giving me the problems here. So I've recently, and this will be coming out. I'm going to put it out probably later in the week because tomorrow's going to be such a busy day MCoC wise. So it'll probably come out on Thursday or Friday. I took 4 more champions to rank 4. I'm now like done. I'm fully out of rank 4 assets and or materials. And Nefaria was my last one because of literally what you're seeing right here. This Kindred is just gonna just shoot. Oh. Dude, so lucky just now. Absolutely so lucky. I've only done this fight once, and it was only a 48k score, but it was the best I've ever done against Kindred this meta. Like I can't. There's like, I'm sure some people are having some success. I've seen success with Tigra. That's interesting that he placed him. Anyways, I don't know how to fight Nefaria this meta, and I've placed my Nefaria on defense I think 4 times. He's even killed the attacker a few times, and the other times he's just done. He's been a wall on attack for me or on defense. Because what's going to happen is as soon as I hit him, he is going to go into Ionic Overcharge, I believe. This is a SIG 160. Yeah. he is a cool man. I agree with that. Obviously, I did not learn enough from Coliseum. No, that's not going to be enough. I now need to start, because I think I'm going to see more well-constructed decks now that I've gotten to Gladiator Circuit. And now I need to figure out answers to a defensive Nefaria. Which may have been Yelena. That block damage. Yeah, he's a nasty defender in this meta. He's nasty. If you know how to evade his SP2 perfectly, you're probably okay, I think. But did you see, like, as soon as I hit into him, he goes into Ionic, then I'm not getting the power, and he's all charged up. Bullseye, you think? Yeah. And Bullseye is a very, a smart early draft as well, too, right? Like Yelena is. So it wouldn't be bad. The bleed damage to keep out of Ionic. Oh, that's right. He's like only immune to, he's like immune to bleed, but when he's bled by a skill champion or something, he's got a very odd clause. It like takes away his overcharge, or I don't know what. I'm curious how they take the Nico. They've got two options. I'm curious which one they go with. All right. Yeah. They had a tough choice to make there, I feel like. Shoot. What, like, how is that even possible? What just happened? I gotta watch that back. Did the sun go away? Before, I don't even know how to explain what just happened without watching it on playback. I'm sure it's legit. I'm not playing the game. Yeah, we had him though. I mean, the score's still fine. We'll see how it goes because that's only a rank 3 Elena. But we had him. We got the initial intercepts. Like everything was fine. He doesn't go stun immune. I maybe just missed a parry. I don't know why he didn't get stunned either. He doesn't go stun immune. He has an auto block. I'm going to blame myself, though. I'm not going to blame the game. Armor on Red Skull block stun? Doesn't she have like a plus ability accuracy? Oh, okay. I should focus. I don't think he goes stun immune, but it can fail. I thought she had the, what's the clause? Shoot. There's a champion with the clause. Thanks, Work. I appreciate it. Is it Cold Obsidian? Someone has a clause. I thought it was her, but obviously it must not be. That would explain it. I'm like, I'm not blaming the game. I think that was me. All right. I can still win this, though. I just got to focus in. You need him to throw this, though. No, not that. Come on, dude. Come on. There, this is better. Guys, I'm playing so badly. I think we got to call this afterwards. Like, I even knew what was going on there. I was like even counting. It's like, don't throw it till he's at 5%. I think I did a 4-hit combo into it. So I'm not going to keep playing and just keep losing matches. Yeah, look at that. I mean, well played to my opponent. They deserve to win. But I'm playing like ass. So I'm going to sign off. We'll come back and stream some Battlegrounds probably on Thursday. Tomorrow will be Coliseum and Incursions. What's up, Maddie? Dude, I got close to dying. I didn't die, Maddie. I didn't die, but I got close and like obviously should have won. Really appreciate you all being here. Let's see who else is streaming. Let's raid some people. Let's raid some people. On the YouTube side, is Cantona going right now? On the YouTube side, you got a variety of people. It looks like Pepe just ended. KT1 is going. McLinks is going in Lord Shadow. And then on the Twitch side... We got McLinks. I believe he is in Portuguese. He's really entertaining, high energy. Speaks a little bit English, is in Portuguese. And KT1 is going. So let's go ahead and raid KT. Please, please say hello to him for me. I'm gonna get to work on. I'm gonna get to work on that video and try to figure out why I'm playing like ass. It ain't fun to play like ass. You'd think it would be, but it's not. Thank you so much for all the follows and everyone. Thank you very much for the subscriptions there from Anime and Turn 1010. I appreciate it. And we'll catch you all very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.